Hi, I'm Margaret Palango, CEO of Autoshop Solutions, and I'm here today with Adam Wilson from our design team.
Hey everyone.
And Adam and I are here today to talk to you a little bit about the awards that Adam has won with sites that he has designed with Autoshop Solutions. Over the past year, we've been so fortunate to be awarded 6 different design awards. We thought that you, our viewers, would really like to understand what that means for our customers who have the websites that have received the awards, and what that really means for all of our customers for the caliber of design that Autoshop Solutions is producing. So these awards really have a lot of things in common. They are from different entities, but they are all national and some are international awards that we've applied for. And what they're focused on, of course, is the design. But more than just the design, it's the user experience, the content on the site, and how the site performs. And that's why we're so proud to have won these gold, and one of them is even a platinum award over the past year. So Adam, what I'd like to do today in context of these awards is really talk to you a little bit about yourself, your progression at Autoshop Solutions, because that's a really great story leading to then winning all of these awards. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how long you've been here at Autoshop Solutions?
Yes, so I've been with Autoshop Solutions for 3 years now. And then I started out as a junior client success manager, talking with customers, handling their requests, managing their websites, things like that.
Okay, so that was in the client success team, is where you started with us.
Yep, for about 6 to 8 months. And even when I first interviewed with y'all, stepping a little bit backwards, I had told y'all that I was actually going to school for web design. I had just started going to Wake Tech to try to actually get my associates. I knew I loved design, and it's something I was trying to work towards. And so y'all hired me knowing that 6 to 8 months later, I was on the client success team. And then an opening came up in production. And I remember you and Tony came over and were like, hey, Adam, I know you're looking for to become a web designer. Role just opened up in the production team. Did you want to check it out? Because you definitely get to work with the design team more.
Yeah, because production here is that link, right? It's that link between once a customer onboards with us, they work with the production onboarding team, and that team works with really every team in the building, but primarily the website design and development team. So it's a great step, additional step towards design from from the client success team, working into that production role.
Yeah, definitely more exposure to the design aspect during design calls, things like that. So yeah, I loved it. Was I think a production coordinator for about a year and a half. Loved it. And then another opportunity came up. So one of the design members went to sales, and another position had opened up, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. And I think at that time I already had a few designs. I showed y'all gave me the chance, and I didn't want to let y'all down, so
here we are.
I came in wanting to definitely give the best to our clients.
Came in on fire, and really, so I love that. I just love that story. I love that story for so many different reasons, and then of course I love it for the results. But I'm just going to touch for a moment on your path, because that is something that is near and dear to my heart within the business, is the opportunity for growth. And when we have team members come in and they start out in the position and they learn more about the business, and if they have other interests, there's always that opportunity to explore moving into a new position and growing your skill set. And that's exactly what you've been able to do at Autoshop Solutions. And knowing that your dream was to become a web designer,
and here I am.
having us help you fulfill that dream is really it means a lot to us as well.
Well, it means a lot to me that y'all gave me the chance.
Yeah, that's how
So it's awesome.
that's you got to give people chances for sure.
Hmm.
So, there's six of them, and I'd really like to touch on two of these awards that are extra special. So one of them is this is the Muse Award. So would you like to tell me a little bit about this award, about that website, about what the client was looking for, and then some things that you used, some tools that you used through the process to achieve this award?
Yes. So VL, this is the one that won the Gold Muse Award. Um, Yeah, I remember it was one of my earlier designs. The client had cool theming, really wanted to like create like a cool custom site, things like that. Some of the things that they were like looking for were just kind of like hard to actually like manage or actually try to create kind of thing. Like one of them was like, can we do like an X-ray diagram of a blue BMW kind of
So
thing?
you're referring to images. They had
Yes.
some like design was fine. You got the design,
Hmm.
right? No problem. But they were some of their requests, they had some high requests on images.
Oh yeah, for sure. So like an honestly like doing like generating like or having that tool. So we use like Mid-Journey, being able to create the images that the client was requesting. And yeah, he was thrilled. I remember like the production coordinator sent me a screenshot of the email and he was like, "You were able to actually do that?" So that was awesome, So that one definitely is one that I hold like close to my heart just because being able to actually like give what the client wanted, like no matter how obscure the
Hmm.
request might be, being able to actually like give that to him. And then ever since then, he hasn't changed that design. So I'm like, I love it. And then even like the design as a whole, just being able to like create something that even we haven't actually created, things like that.
Cool. Well, and using the tools like you said, and these are tools that are new and maybe didn't exist even a short time ago. And that's one thing that our design team, all of our teams, you are always keeping up with the latest tools and the latest trends to continue to elevate the output that
Hmm.
we're able to offer our customers.
Yeah.
So this was the first, this is the one of the first ones. So now tell me about this award. This was a platinum award. This is a Vega Platinum Award. Tell me a little bit about that award as well as the shop and that shop's website.
Yeah, so the Vega one I'm very happy with. It's all like Autoshop Solutions' first time ever winning a platinum award. And just a little give idea of what that means. So it's awesome doing gold. Gold is a very good standard to have, obviously. But platinum, for a while, I didn't think that we would actually be able to get it because companies like Aston Martin, Gatorade, State Farm, are these big billion-dollar companies were winning them. And I was like, I know they spend weeks on their designs. They have a whole team working on it, spending millions of dollars on it. So I was like, well, maybe we just can't. But I never gave up. I was like, I wanted, I want to win a
Never give
platinum.
up. Never give up.
Yeah, so I remember. So the company ASR, cool theming overall, like just a great shop. And kudos to our creative director for actually creating their like updating their logo and things. So part of the design process for that one, I always will like to go and look at the branding for the client,
Hmm.
looking at the logo, looking at what kind of images they have, just trying to get a vibe for the
Yeah.
shop and really try to create a design that reflects that. Like when you pay for a custom site, you want to like say, oh yeah, that's that shop. So no one else can touch it. That's my shop.
Right.
That's my website. So I remember I did lots of cool things with that one. Um, I mean, the whole design as like a layout, playing with gradients, I remember I spent a whole day just trying to like on just the hero section, creating like a new kind of layout, seeing what would work or not. Even after that, just creating like each asset on that site, I took from there images, things like that, and created it custom. Even like I remember the owner was like, "Oh yeah, this site is awesome. This might sound like crazy, but is there any way to like have like a red Mustang going down like a snowy mountain kind of thing?" And I was like, Give me 1 second.
Let me see what we can do.
And we were able to. So I was like, so he like same thing. He loved it. The reason why this one I think won platinum though is because I wanted to try something new, and the owner of the shop was willing to like, be like yeah, you have total creative freedom. The
That
shop,
helps. That helps so much
yeah, it does.
when the shop owner trusts the process,
Hmm.
because our process is about great design and great results, and it really is helpful when they trust the process.
Yeah, so I created like since they were in the Colorado area, they had I was looking at the shop and they had mountains in the background. So I created a dark mode Rocky Mountain themed
Oh,
website.
cool.
And so I think when the judges were looking at it, they're like, "Oh, wow," because we scored major points for originality and visual impact. And they're like, I bet they were like, "Oh, we've never seen a dark mode Rocky Mountain website before."
Yeah.
So, and then overall the whole website had a nice flow to it, things like that. So really proud of that one. And then when I remember I pulled it up just like check if we won anything or not, and I saw that we had both won gold, but then also ASR won platinum. I was ecstatic. I was like, we finally did
We
it.
finally did it. I mean, that was huge. That was huge.
And even like looking at like some of the other winners, like I said, Aston Martin, State Farm, Gatorade. I mean, all these big billion-dollar companies. I remember I looked to try to find our winning registry
Yeah.
on the site, and right next to it there was another company that was using Keanu Reeves as a spokesperson. And then Aston Martin was right next to it. So you had like Keanu Reeves, Autoshop Solutions, and then an Aston Martin. And I'm like, that's
We're
awesome.
in some pretty good company. We're in some pretty good company.
Yeah, I still can't believe it, but I'm like, oh, we finally did it. So that one's definitely my favorite one.
Absolutely. I mean, it's so amazing. And we are so proud of the work that you're doing. It's phenomenal. So, Adam, thank you so much for sharing all of this with us today. It's really a
Sure.
pleasure to be able to share with all of you our most recent awards and a little bit of insight as to how they're designed, and what really goes into an award-winning website. Again, I'm Margaret Palango from Autoshop Solutions, www.autoshopsolutions.com, with Adam Wilson today. And thank you, and we'll talk again soon. Take care.